Now let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Play ball!
And Nigeria lost against DR Congo on penalties. The game ended 1-1 after 120 minutes. Onyeka scored in the first 3 minutes of that game. Now everybody was thinking, okay, that Nigeria probably will run away with this one. It looks like a master stroke when Onyeka scored that goal, because he changed the formation from what he used to be for the last 3 games to this particular game, which we'll talk about that on the show. But Onyeka scored that goal, but something happened. I don't know what happened, where he didn't do anything else. They equalized and kept pressing Nigeria till they got that equalizer and pressed Nigeria and almost scored, I think, 2 goals or 2 or 3 goals, which were ruled out for basically fouls. Yes,
2 goals ruled out
for fouls. It was just what it is. But Nigeria Super Eagles, we went on penalties and we lost, even though that Nwabali saved 2 of that penalty. I'll start with you now. So what went wrong in that game first?
First, the equalizer for DR Congo. Reactional time for Nwabali was poor. And very terrible first touch from Wilfred. Very terrible first touch to clear the ball. Very terrible tackle from Wilfred. Reaction time for the goalkeeper was poor, because if he was on his toes, he could probably have cleared his lines after that loose ball from
even Wilfred. Before Wilfred.
No. If you come before Wilfred, you probably will miss the ball because it was a cross. Now, he would probably have cleared the ball, not even catch it. I was not looking for him to catch it. I was looking for him to just kick it out.
Yeah, slide the ball and kick it out. Even if it's an Congo, we understand.
But if it's an Congo, we understand. Then again, Wilfred. So I'll just look at the two of them and say, and I will just divide the blame 50-50. But again, when John was saying something about last week, he said Ryan Fredericks right back, and I said no, Benjamin, I will not play Benjamin. I will not. He's good at right back. I've seen him play right back in some Super Eagles games and in club football. He's good at right back. But me, as a person, as an entity, I will not play him as a right back, which I think that was what he did in the last game, where he wanted, because he knows. And if you look at the round, I don't know why Rwanda didn't have out this morning. If you look at Congo side, they always overload. They were looking to win the second ball. So Super Eagles were probably, they know that, but the thing is, they didn't anticipate the second ball. They only anticipated the area duels, which is why they introduced Simi Ajayi, because if you notice all the area duels that came into the defense, he was there to clear them. And I also like he made his substitutions, sacrificed a couple of pieces here, but it was wrong on the night.
John, where do you think that we went off in this game?
I think first and foremost, we celebrated before the 90th minute. That's the first one. Secondly, yes, I'm going to make 3 cardinal points. First and foremost, the way we handled the midfield was wrong. 1, 2. We made the cardinal offense of expecting that we scored first, therefore we have won. It's not over to the 90th minute. And then secondly, I do not like the mentality of you score one, you're in a winning position, and then you start relaxing. You are not pressing as much as you do. I believe in Gengen press. I am a hard rock metal Gengen press maxi. So even when we are 3 goals up, we are still pressing you for more, like Portugal against Armenia yesterday. We are still pressing you for more because we want to soak you out until you are washed out. Then you give up. That's the mentality. Not scoring 1 goal and you are not taking extra touches on the ball. You are showing the opponent, because in chess there's what you call any move you make on the board. You show me your hand. You show me your intent. You show me if you have settled, or you are complacent with the 1 goal and you want to defend your 1 goal. You show me, and based on what I see from you, I'll say, okay, let's press them, let's overload, let's send area ball, let's follow second ball. It's those things you showed in the first point. Now the third point I want to make is, I don't care if he has blood coming out of his spine or his side. OSIMHEN must play 90 minutes unless we are 5 goals up or 3 goals up with 10 minutes to go.
Cannot play an injured player.
I'm coming to that. He was injured. I agree. I would never have played Lookman up front with him. I would have played OSIMHEN and Akko Adams. Have Lookman on the bench, or in that team with Chukwueze on the bench to come on.
Let's talk about that tactic, because that's
for real, because it makes no sense.
Chukwueze play against Benin Republic. He scored 2 hat-tricks.
It's not about Chukwueze. Ademola Lookman on the bench, Akko Adams, OSIMHEN up forward. then you have somebody you can bring on.
When that thing started, when the lineup, we saw the lineup, and we saw that Aqua Dance is not starting with OSIMHEN. And if you look at that, I think it affected OSIMHEN a little bit because he didn't even have a chance on goal. Because when he had two strikers on him, at least the defenders had two persons to worry about. When it was only him, the two centre backs, one was played for academy of Manchester United.
Tuanzembe.
And number two, the other, they are captain too. So both of them.
Masuaku. Tuanzembe.
Both of them focused on OSIMHEN, so it was hard for him to get a sniff, even in that first half that he played. But if you look at that formation, for me, I'm going to blame everybody: the NFF, the players, and the coach.
When NFF
the NFF, because NFF did not do their due diligence.
Thank you.
Own players, which is always going to.
We don't forgive that one.
We never forgive that one.
The coach, I don't know if probably he was afraid because probably I've seen this TR Congo play. They can hold the ball, so he wanted to put more bodies in the midfield. And he still lost that midfield, even though he had 5 players playing that midfield.
Thank you, man.
He still lost that midfield. When he switched to, even when he switched to attackers, he still lost that midfield because the game have already scattered. And I'm going to blame the player because they did not turn up. So 3 blames for me. But Jada, what do you make of that?
There's 3.33%.
Yes, everybody can blame. What do you make of that formation? Him playing only OSIMHEN and not starting Ako Adams.
I feel like we didn't get it right. See, Alex Ferguson is a goat. Baba found what works and he stuck with it. A lot of people are, let me say, too ADHD for success. You know what is ADHD? Attention deficit. It works last game, it works the game before, it worked 3 games in a row. Now you want to change it.
If it's not
broken. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Nobody has gone to reinvent water. It's because it works. Nobody has gone to reinvent so many things we use every day. They've been the way they are since, and it's because it's working. So for me, I don't buy into that. We're having that conversation watching that game. Nonso was telling me that these 2 guys are moving forward to go and join him. I say, bro, the main problem we had in that game is that OSIMHEN was marked out. At least if you started Arukodare along with OSIMHEN, you have 2 forces to contend with that will create open spaces for the fleet-footed wingers to get an opportunity in. But you leave OSIMHEN alone and you jam-pack the midfield, and none of those guys have a creative bone in their body yesterday. None of them. Because with OSIMHEN marked out, nobody can take initiative. We are not seeing around the boss movement. You give to me, I give to you. You give to me, I send it back to the goalkeeper, we start again. It's madness. Total madness.
Nonso predicted that Onyeka was going to start that game, which worked, and he scored that first goal. Everyone said, my man, I said, Nonso predicted this one, but he worked. But I didn't know that it's even though that even though it worked, but we still lost the midfield. So technically, it did not work.
Technically, it worked. Let me tell you. You know, when we were talking about this game, I already talked since 2030. I don't know why they won't defend Nigeria now, but let's defend the game. Let's talk about the game as it is. We talked about this game. I said the game will be won in defense, and for you to win the defense, you need to put, like John said, gang press. If your defense is going to be better, I said if your defense is going to be better, your defensive pairing should be key in every game. Defensive pairing should be key. You don't change it. It's been working since. Now, if we say Ademola Lookman played, we've seen a couple of games. Benin Republic, Chukwu is a start. Ademola Lookman did that game. Chukwu is a get 2 assists.
I think the problem.
So this formation he played yesterday was similar to what he played against Benin Republic.
A problem again that he's trying to play a 4-4-2 diamond where Chukwu is, because even if you look at that game, Onyeka was the athlete from the right, which actually did not work in that first half. If when we consider that first goal, they now moved Chukwueze to the right, Onyeka came into the midfield. He did not, but when he was playing those things, he would be.
Again, you saw when they were playing 4-3-3. Onyeka in the D and Iwobi in midfield, where Iwobi was basically lost in midfield. You get, it was. What's him that guy name? Zambia. I've been waiting his name. Was outrunning Iwobi, winning all the balls off Iwobi. Now, when they switched to a front 3, I said it before. When they switched to a front 3, Chukwueze, Lookman, and OSIMHEN in that same first half, I said it before. I trust the wing backs to shut you down. So in this game, you don't need to exploit the wings. because it was basically defense against defense. You don't need to explore the wings, make them play compact football, break them through the middle. That was the only option Nigeria had.
Yeah, John said that the game will go to one in the midfield.
Thank you.
Actually, they control that midfield from beginning to the end.
It was going to be one in defense. Their defense was.
But the defense that Nigeria, if they considered only one goal, so I would say that they defend. But in that midfield, they lost every duel in that midfield. They did not even win. If all the second balls they won it. I don't know how they did it. They won the second balls, they won it.
Godwin.
Once we get the ball, they recover it and they're attacking us.
Godwin. Iwobi should, if we were going to go with Onyeka and Ndidi, Iwobi should have been on the bench. Because the 4-4-2 diamond we play is this guy on the right, Iwobi in the 10, and then Lukman on the left. So there's no place for Onyeka in that team. If Onyeka is going to play. Onyeka. This guy should have been on the bench. Let him play in that position. I really don't understand it. Then secondly, the two guys you have up forward, we don't, in fact, we don't know what we are doing.
Strikers, truthfully,
I don't know what we are doing for real.
Both Adams entered in the second half. He did not even see shots play.
Defense,
OSIMHEN played in the 45 minutes. He did not even see shots play.
How you go see shot play when there are some things you will not call senior man's name in this conversation, because when you have an OSIMHEN up forward, there's nobody that will drag attention and free him to run into space. So it's him.
So wait,
so he's already been neutralized on that pitch.
Wait till they try talk now. We say every other person go share the blame except for the person there up front.
DR could have more position in that game. At some point it was 60-40 for them, but ended the game with 54-46 in possession. They had more shots in total, and they had more shots on target. They had more shots of everything, had more corner kicks, had more position, won the second balls. Fantastic game. Obviously, one body will do one thing in the game now, so he scared us, but unfortunately for him, that time he wanted to make a pass back outside he got a pass, he went to actually play it out. They intercepted it. Two Congo players intercepted that ball, but one was offside. But that one passed. He went to after 120 minutes. He went to penalties. Nwabali actually saved 2 penalties, actually, which is commendable. A goalkeeper saving 2 penalties and their team losing.
But then check it out now. How many strikers do we have going into that penalty?
Yes, that's why I'm going to blame the coach for that.
Thank you.
Number one, he removed one of your penalty taker.
Tolu, they come out Tolu, put our Zim, because they want press and they want choke up for.
Wait now.
Press, they press and he remove attack, put defense.
He was going on penalties. You have to risk.
You have to leave your man.
Look at the coach of DR Congo. He brought in another goalkeeper that he knows that is better.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, for me, I would have left Tolu, because you know that this match must have the percentage.
Are you sure Tolu is one of their best
penalty? No, if you look at this record now, he takes penalties. Okay, now you made all our defenders take penalties.
Thank you. Is that one a better scenario? Is that a better scenario?
What I have done for the coach, I would have left Tolu and brought in our first penalty taker, which was our captain.
Thank you.
To introduce our captain, who was our first penalty taker in that team.
What if
so now you have
I believe that one a probability. Put them inside game first. Yes.
Penalty. You have Tolu to pay penalty. You have Ako Adams. The first
Thank you.
They now start playing the other people that are not in fault penalty takers. But it is what it is. We lost that penalty, and Nigeria are out of the World Cup. Wait, have you subscribed? Please subscribe to the channel now. As I'm talking to you, please subscribe to the channel. Remember to like, comment, and share this video.